Hey everybody, this is Terrell Krillage, Frisco Fit City Ambassador, welcoming you to this edition of the Get Moving Minute. Today we're going to talk about alternative sweeteners and what I want all of you guys to know when it comes to alternative sweeteners. Here's the big thing I want you to know. All of these alternative sweeteners, okay, these chemical sweeteners, 0-calorie sweeteners, your body doesn't see all this fancy marketing that you see. It doesn't see these packages. When you ingest these things, your body just treats it like a toxin, okay? It's a brain toxin, a blood toxin. It just sees it as a toxin. So first of all, that's the important thing you need to know. Like immediately your body kind of starts this process of digesting your food, absorbing what it wants, getting rid of the toxins, right? So the more chemicals, additives, preservatives, toxins we put in our body, the more we tax our system, the more we stress our system. This wreaks havoc, okay? So that's number one. Number two, you need to understand that it affects our gastrointestinal health, all right? So it affects the balance of our good gut bugs versus our bad gut bugs. We want to keep them in balance for good intestinal digestive health. So it actually feeds your bad gut bugs. And guys, I'm just keeping this super simple. All right. It also can lead to glucose intolerance. So let me talk about what I mean. When we take these 0-calorie foods and beverages with added alternative sweeteners, okay, even though they have 0 calories, they still cause an insulin response in our body, okay? So insulin's released by the pancreas when we ingest food, which turns into glucose in our blood, and now that glucose, which is the energy for our cells, insulin's released to open up our cells to let the energy in, okay? So now you have all these hungry cells that have opened up, ready to receive the energy, let's say from the 0-calorie cola that you just drank and all that sweetness, and nothing happens. Those calories from energy never arrive. So what do you think happens? Hunger, increased cravings, the opposite of what you probably want if you are participating in buying these artificial sweeteners. I don't know what your plan is, but that's probably just a guess. Okay, so just know low to no cal sugar additives are going to actually ultimately end up increasing cravings and increasing hunger. All right. The other thing is, if your pancreas continually keeps releasing this extra insulin for these 0-calorie products, eventually your cells are going to start to ignore this insulin, which results in insulin resistance anyway. So you might as well have been eating all that sugar all this time. Okay, so same negative effect as having the full sugar product. Okay, so sure, you're cutting back on calories, but you're not cutting back on this whole process that goes on when it comes to how we process the energy. I know I'm getting a little bit too deep into this, but I think the biggest thing that what everybody probably wants to know is if we're cutting back on sugar and we're trying to avoid becoming pre-diabetic and or maybe later diabetic, or avoiding all these metabolic issues that can come later on in life, these alternative sweeteners are not the solution that you're looking for, okay? Because they're not helping with any of that. They might be helping with cutting out calories, but they're also not going to help with cutting out your cravings or cutting out on hunger, which ultimately could cause you to eat even more. So I think that that's really important for everybody to know and understand, okay? Lastly, again, just want to reemphasize this whole balance within your gastrointestinal system and your digestive system. We want to keep our good gut bugs and our bad gut bugs in balance. These artificial sweeteners actually feed your bad gut bugs, which will cause an imbalance, which can cause a whole host of other symptoms, gastrointestinal symptoms, and digestive discomfort. So I think that that's also important for everybody to know. So here's my health coach tip. Look, if you're going to indulge, eat real sugar. okay? I mean, just go ahead and satisfy your craving and move on, or consider fruits, whole fruits, right? I think, from a health standpoint, and the science is clear here, alternative sweeteners are not healthy, okay? So if you're trying to change your diet and establish a healthier pattern of diet and want to put more things in your body that promote health versus promote disease, this is one really good thing to avoid. Having said that, I think they have their place when someone, let's say you're in a program and you're working with a coach and you're trying to make one change at a time, right? Maybe for you, this is a short-term solution to go from these sugary drinks to going off onto 0-calorie drinks, and then eventually onto non-sugary drinks. Everybody's got to do what works for them when they're trying to make changes and move towards better health. But I think it's important for everyone to understand what's going on in the background in our bodies, because this actually can end up making things more difficult for you. And I just think it's important information for you to know so that you can decide what is best for you. And as a health coach, I want to remind everybody, okay, lots of information here, lots of overwhelming information. Start with one change. Just one simple change, and do that for a while. And when you feel like you've mastered that change, then move on to something else. Consider one meal at a time. How can I make my breakfast better, right? And just go there. Huge health benefits from changing one meal at a time, okay? So celebrate that change. Feel good about it. Don't be thinking about all of this other information and all of these other things that you're like, oh my gosh, it's just so overwhelming, right? Like when we get this information, we're like, what else isn't healthy? What else can I do? Focus on what you can do. Focus on one change at a time. Master that change before you move on to something else. Don't try to be perfect. It's about establishing a healthier pattern of eating over time based on foods that you like, based on your preferences. Okay, it's not about restriction. We know that restrictive diets don't work. We know that focusing on adding more healthy whole foods to your diet and limiting processed foods is the way to go. This is Jarrell Krillich, Frisco Fit City Ambassador, reminding you to get up, get out, get moving each and every day. If you're looking for a diabetes prevention program group in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, check out my website, my partnership with the YMCA at friscofitcity.com. If you're looking for free resources for a diabetes prevention program, check out my website, friscofitcity.com. I do have some options for you. Once again, get up, get out, get moving each and every day. Make it a great day.